A single company just paid up to $400 million to sponsor a tournament where it doesn't sell a single product to a single fan. So why would an oil company spend that much money on soccer? Here's the answer nobody tells you. Saudi Aramco, the state oil company, 98.5% owned by the Saudi government, isn't sponsoring the 2026 World Cup to sell you crude oil. You can't buy a barrel at the concession stand. What Aramco is actually buying is the room. Every World Cup gathers fans, executives, regulators, and world leaders in the same stadiums at the same events at the same time. That's priceless access for a company that constantly needs new relationships and new deals. And here's the part FIFA won't confirm: the actual price tag. Reports estimate it's around $100 million a year, roughly $400 million total, never officially disclosed. FIFA's biggest, most controversial partner, and nobody outside the deal knows the real number. But it gets stranger. Researchers estimate that Aramco's sponsorship campaign alone will generate almost 30 million tons of CO2, more pollution than the entire World Cup's operations. The marketing is dirtier than the football. And Aramco isn't even Saudi Arabia's only seat at this table. The country's sovereign wealth fund, the PIF, is separately listed as an official supporter in North America and Asia, two different arms of the same government, both inside the same tournament, 3 years before Saudi Arabia hosts the whole thing outright in 2034. This isn't a coincidence, it's a warm-up. Now, let's talk about the sponsor that isn't buying attention, it's buying access to your wallet. Visa isn't just a logo on a billboard, it sits inside the actual purchase moment, the second your fandom turns into a transaction. Visa became the exclusive payment provider for the first wave of World Cup ticket sales, meaning if you didn't have a Visa card, you didn't get first access to tickets to the biggest sporting event on Earth. Then there's a sponsor category that simply didn't exist before this World Cup. Bank of America became FIFA's first ever global banking partner in 2024. Think about that. FIFA has been running World Cups for over 90 years and never sold a banking sponsorship until now. That single new category is part of how FIFA pushed its total 4-year revenue target from $11 billion up to $13 billion. Coca-Cola played a different game entirely. Their deal made Dasani the only bottled water allowed inside World Cup stadiums, a total monopoly, until fans pushed back hard enough that FIFA reversed a refillable bottles ban just to avoid a safety backlash in the middle of a heat wave. And Qatar Airways just renewed its FIFA partnership through 2030, despite Qatar having zero hosting role in this tournament. A Gulf nation with no stake in the games, still locked in years of global branding. Sponsorship money now moves completely independent of who's actually hosting. Here's the headline stat that sums up the whole picture. For the first time in World Cup history, FIFA sold out all 16 top-tier global sponsorship slots, every single one, controversy and all. But sponsorship isn't even the biggest story anymore. Ticketing quietly overtook it. FIFA is pulling in close to $2 billion from tickets alone this cycle, more than double what it made per game in Qatar. FIFA sets the price, FIFA runs the only official resale market, and FIFA takes a 30% cut every time a ticket changes hands. One economist compared it to a monopoly with zero competition keeping prices in check. So the next time you watch a match and see Aramco, Visa, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, or Qatar Airways flash across the screen, remember that logo isn't just advertising, it's a multi-billion-dollar business strategy playing out in real time. If this kind of football money story interests you, subscribe, because this is only the beginning of what's really going on behind the game.